Hello, it's Mick from Creative Schools here with another tutorial, this time about adding an event to your website. So your events appear here on the homepage, and from there you can click on the full calendar, which is also available from the menu, and that will open up. Your calendar, so you've got all of your events in there. So how we add an event, it's very easy, similar to the news posts. Hover over new, go down to event and click on event. And the things that we definitely need to make an event work, very similar to the news posts, is we need a title, the event date and time, and the categories. Those are the three things we need. You can put an image in, but it doesn't appear on the home page. So if you do put a featured image in, it will only appear when someone clicks on that specific event. So while it's necessary for the news, it isn't necessary for an event. So click on add a title. So the event date and time, very easy to use. It's just a simple date picker, and you can either type in or select the time. You can set it to be an all-day event, and no end time is things like last day of term, that sort of thing. Goes on forever. A couple of things you might want to do if you're setting up meetings that happen or assemblies that happen regularly is you can select repeat events. So we want this one to be weekly on a Monday, and you can set it to every one. Or you can drag it if it's every fortnight or monthly, you can drag it like that. You can also set a date for it to finish just by setting that. So we want it to go to the end of the year. So this one we've set up is weekly on a Monday, every 1 week until the end of the year. Click apply, and that rule is then displayed on here to show you where it is. One thing we can do from those weekly events is we can exclude the odd one or two. So for example, the Monday the 24th is half term. So if we click on apply, it tells us which ones are excluded as well. So that's the way you set up the date and time of the events. And the categories are the bits of the website that this is specific to. So like the news is filtered on your class pages, so is the event. So there are various places in the websites where these categories organise news, so it only goes to the relevant pages. So it's very important that if they are specific to something, you tick that, and it'll help you out organising your site, so you won't have to put repeated events in throughout the site. So you just need to add it once, select the categories, and it will appear where it ought to. This is where you type in your main bit of your event, so if there's any instructions or anything that can go in there. These three here aren't really necessary to how the event displays. It's just nice to give people as much information as you can. So the event details, if it's outside of school, so I'll just put our office address in here to show you what happens. And if we click on show map, now there will be a Google map appear in the event. So if you're taking someone on a school trip or you're going to the theatre or something like that, you can tell people who are looking where the event is going to be. And you can also, most of the time there'll be a free event, but if there is a cost, type that in there. And also you can type an address in if it's somewhere people need to go and purchase tickets. And finally, if you're organising an event, put your name in there, and then when people have questions, the school office can, it's easier for them to find out who they need to send that request off if someone is sending requests about a specific event. Finally, you can preview your event before you publish it, so you can make sure everything's correct. You can save it as a draft and come back to it and edit later. Again, everything should be public. There's no password protected or private events on here, so you can ignore that. And finally, if you want to have any events embargoed until a specific date, you can forward date them, or you can backward date them if you want things to appear on your website. If you've missed putting some things up for a couple of months and you're doing them all on one day, you can backdate them to when they actually happen, so that when users come to the site, everything hasn't been added on the same day. And all you need to do when you're done is just click publish, and that will publish your event. Thanks for watching.